Hey Aries, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kim and this is Vivacious Fox. This is going to be a general reading for the sign of Aries. There is no timestamp on this video. I was doing them in some of my earlier videos, but please just know that if and when you come across this video, that just means that the message was meant for you at that time. Okay guys, you have a lot of messages that came out. Generally, because this is my first round of videos, I've only been doing a 3 or 4 card spread. So yeah, you got a lot. So let's get going. Okay, starting off this reading, guys, you have the number 10 card, Discernment, from the Queen of the Moon Oracle deck. Discernment. Okay, guys. There is a call or a need for you right now to kind of step back and examine a situation a little bit more closely. This card is asking for you to make, it's essentially a judgment card. So as you can see, even just by the picture here, you know, her mind is kind of in the clouds, but inside of her there's this brewing energy, and it's essentially, you know, I'm getting the feeling of by looking at this, it's almost her intuition is telling her one thing, but her head is telling her another. And it's kind of telling you to, you know, use the wisdom and the hindsight that you've had from your past experiences to move forward in certain, whatever situation it is. I am getting the feeling that this is a love message for you, but please just take it however it resonates. It could be work, it could be family, a friendship, anything. So however it resonates, please go with it. But you know, discernment is essentially looking at a situation and reading the fine line of things before. You know, it's like when you get a contract and it's telling you you really need to look at the fine line and the fine details before you sign off on something. It's looking at the past and making judgments based on what you've experienced in past situations to move forward, and really looking at things for what it is and not just seeing something how you want to see it, because we often do that. We often manipulate situations or certain thoughts that we have to kind of go in alignment with what we want them to be, but it doesn't always work that way. So this is a card of action and will. This is a card of saying, you know, now is the time to tap into your inner wisdom and your previous knowledge and make a judgment call for yourself. So also something to note here, it is the number 10 of the deck. 10 is the number of, it's the start of something new. Essentially, 10 is meaning the completion of a cycle, and the one of a new, sorry, I'm getting so ahead of myself here. The number 10 is the end of a cycle and the start of something new. So this is basically a card telling you that something from your past, or a certain situation, a certain relationship, a certain project, whatever it could be in your situation, something is not working anymore, and you really need to take a step back and look to identify where the roadblock is so that you can move forward in a new direction and start a new chapter. Okay, let's jump in. All right, starting the reading here, guys. You got a lot of sword energies. The swords represent its intellect, its thoughts. It could represent, as you can see here with the 9 of Swords, there's heavy energy or a heavy anxious feeling with this card. It's essentially, you know, feeling like you're kind of just piling one thought on top of another, and instead of stepping back and seeing things clearly, you're kind of just putting one fear on top of another, on top of another, on top of another, to the point where you're kind of just cowering away, and it's representative of sleepless nights, anxiety, fears. But these are all things that are in your head. You're really seeming to be overthinking a situation. That being said, though, the card, the 7 of Swords, which came out right next to it. 7 of Swords does mean that there is some sort of truth that hasn't been fully revealed. It could be deception. It could be somebody's deceived you in the past. Maybe you were deceiving somebody, but I have a feeling more so that this is on the other person's end. Maybe somebody wasn't totally honest with you, and you caught them in a lie, or they might be keeping something from you. And again, don't jump to any conclusions by any means, because this does go differently for everybody in any situation. But there has been something that's kind of, you've sensed is off, and you're really getting in your head about it. And it's not that, yes, there is a need to pay attention to what's happening around you, but there's also a need for you to not jump to conclusions and not get too ahead of yourself with this. So next to it, and in particular why I say that, is here we have the Ace of Staffs in reverse, we have the Lover's card, and then we have the Nine of Staffs. So what I'm seeing here, guys, is that there's, and again, I'm picking up that this is a love reading, mainly focused around a love reading, but again, it could be anything related to you, work, friendship, whatever. But there's a lot of love in whatever situation you're in. It could be a friendship, maybe, that you guys had a falling out. It could be a relationship where you guys have kind of gotten stuck in this rut, or you're kind of going in this returning cycle. But there is love here, and there's potential for it, but it's being blocked right now. It's being blocked by this Nine of Wands energy, because Nine of Wands is a very defensive card. It's, I'm getting the feeling that there's this relationship that's meant to take off, and it can't, because there's too much worry about things that have happened in the past. And being that the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Swords came out at the first together, the Nine of Swords is very much in your head. So I'm getting the feeling that this is actually based on something that's happened in your past, and you're holding on to it right now, and that is preventing you from moving forward in a new relationship that could actually be very fulfilling for you. This does, the Lover's card does represent troubles of the heart, but it also means that when you are able to come together with this person, it could be a very profound and very spiritual connection that you have with them. It's essentially the soulmate card. But you guys are so focused on whatever happened in the past that you're allowing it now to cloud your judgment, and you're letting it get in the way of a new relationship that is supposed to be taking place for you, that is actually something really beautiful and very meaningful. So essentially you're taking the burdens and the hurts that somebody else has done to you in the past, and you're putting this on this person. You're jumping to the conclusion that they are going to do the same thing to you, or perhaps you treated somebody in the past in a way that you're not very proud of, and you're worried that you're going to repeat this cycle. But basically, it's just telling you, with the Nine of Swords again and the Discernment card, really take the time to step back and realize that these worries and these fears, they are in your head. Make the judgment call, really take a look at this situation and realize that not everybody's the same, and not everything that happened in the past is going to repeat itself, especially when you have the number of 10 in your spread here, indicating that there is a new start to a new chapter and a new cycle that's taking place in your life right now. How do you get past this, guys? You literally just be yourself. The Emperor is the Aries card in the tarot deck. You need to realize that you have the power to overcome this. You need to take your power back. This card, and I'm really feeling here that this is something to do with a previous relationship that kind of has you guys stuck right now, because the Emperor, in relationships, it can be reflective of a past love or an ex that has kind of rendered you powerless in a situation. But this is telling you, you know, you guys, Aries, like you are fiery and you are strong and you have the will and the passion and the momentum to take yourself wherever you need to go. All you need to do is step back into your power and realize that you can overcome this, and that this is in your head, and you can't let your fear get the best of you. Because at the end here, guys, you have the 10 of Cups, and this is ultimate emotional fulfillment. This is the Lovers and the 10 of Cups. I mean, this is going to be a spiritual connection. This is going to be such a strong bond that is going to bring you everything that you've ever wanted out of a relationship. So really, guys, just focus on stepping into your own power and your own energy and taking that back and letting go what's happened in the past, because you have everything coming for you. You're going to have the best, like this is long term. This is ultimate fulfillment, emotional fulfillment, abundance, and happiness. Let's get one last message here for sign of Aries, please. Two cards flying. Oh, I keep dropping it. Okay. What did I say, guys? Soulmates. This is your soulmate. This is your soulmate. Take it. Go for it. I mean, like, get out of your head, guys. And loyal heart. Like, whoever this person is meant for you. This person is not going to repeat what the previous person did to you. Whatever, or if it was vice versa, you doing something, you are not going to do that. You do not have to have that fear about it, because you guys, you are both so invested and so excited by this. And like I said, you're soulmates. You guys, you have the soulmate card, the 10 of Cups, and the Lovers all in one reading. Like, I can't even, and the loyal heart card. I mean, this is the best love reading I've done in a long time, guys. Like, this is so beautiful. Anyways, guys, before I kind of get emotional and start crying here for you, because this is so awesome. If it resonates, which I hope it does, because this is so fantastic if you're in Aries right now and this is resonating. But please like, share, subscribe to this channel, and I will see you next time. Bye.